Hello lovely people, welcome back to another video. I'm in a tiny little hamlet at the moment, just outside of Garnya, and this property is epic, and you can hear just how quiet it is here. It's awesome. Let's get into it. Okay everyone, so let's have a look at this property today. We have a lovely two-storey barn here, all made from stone, wonderful timbers in there. A stone wall all the way around the perimeter. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit out of breath today. It's cold. There is some snow on the ground. But I tried to come here today because tomorrow we're actually expecting a little bit more snow. So I chose today. Right. Anyway, so the village here is very, very small. Yet we are 3 kilometres away from the town of Garnya. So we have somewhat of a private road coming down here. It's not private, it is public, but only leads to property over here on the right, one around the corner where we just came from, and this property. And this is the one that I would like to show you today. So the way the access has been arranged here is that you have a door and a double door for a car, whichever. But actually, if you wanted to take out this entire structure, and you can actually have this, you could probably drive a mobile home in here if you could turn it. Now, I'm not 100% certain that you could, but you could certainly get a car or a van. We got a van down here the other day to clear some of the garden. So access on that front is actually okay. Hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. I know the light is a little bit funny today. Very, very overcast. All of the snow's melting. Let's go into the garden here. Now, as you can see, we are built on a hill, so we have a terraced area at the top, nice stone wall, another terraced area, stone wall, another terraced area, and that leads down to the barn. And there's actually somewhat of an orchard down to the left hand side of the barn, which obviously I'll show you later. From the top level of the garden up here, there is actually a path that runs all the way around here, where these bushes are a little bit overgrown at the minute, but you can get all the way around the garden without having to use any of the steps, which is kind of nice for access. We have the main house here with the basement. We have an outdoor seating area. We have the area where we walked through. There's an additional building here with an additional toilet and a small soakaway, a double level barn, and there's another toilet over there. So yeah, it's not the biggest plot. It's 900 square meters here, so it's not huge, but because it has been terraced in such a way, it's interesting. You can have several different areas. So there was somewhat of a seating area over here. As I say, there was a toilet and a small room, big barn here, which is all on plan. So if anybody wanted to change it into residential, that can be done. There's a little dunny there, and the land actually continues around. But yeah, we've got a small storage room here, which was obviously a workshop, little bench. I'm assuming that the person who had this house before did a lot of carpentry, woodwork. It's awesome. Now, one thing that the weather is helping us with today is we can see where the leaks are, because everything is melting. Now, I don't see any in this barn section. I hope the light is good enough that you can see that. There might be a couple of little cracks in a few tiles, but as for the wooden structure, the condition is fantastic. It's really, really good. Now this is separated by a door through here and a couple of steps down, and you can see the whole structure here is made from stone, and it is lovely. It really is. This could be such a great space. With a little bit of work, this could be made residential, I'm sure. Now I'll show you the downstairs as well while we're here. So we've got a couple of steps down. Ooh, actually I'm going to jump down this way. There we go. So as you can see, we've got another door, and these are those hills that I was telling you about. We literally just face the hills. There's views everywhere from this garden. Just unfortunately with the fog and the lighting today, my camera doesn't quite show it off. And I hope we get a little bit of light down here so I can show you. So we are now actually underneath the structure that we were just standing on. So you can see here, huge beams. We've got storage already built into the walls. This one goes back here. I'll go right to the other corner. Forgive me if this is really dark. Now this is amazing. And I would say that the ceiling height down here, as it is currently, without being dug out, it's got to be, I don't know, 190, maybe even 2 meters here. Although if you were going to have this as a living space, I would definitely dig down. So you can probably dig down, or I don't know, on this face it's got to be 1 meter if you wanted to, which we can see from the front of the building. It's awesome. Absolutely amazing here. And it's so quiet. And it's so quiet because I believe there's actually only one person that lives in this village currently. There are a few houses that are being renovated up and around the corner, so there will be more life in the village. This terrace wall is amazing, and mainly this stone is almost as tall as my shoulder. That is an absolute monster. So from this section we're going to go to the right of where we came in. Now this is an additional room which is on the plan, so this is already in as a residential space, and we have an outdoor toilet to the left of it here, which in all honesty has seen better days. It's not held together too well to the existing building. This was obviously an addition which hasn't been tied in, so this will certainly need some work. But again, these are things that we can help with. I'm assuming most people looking for a renovation will probably want to move the toilet from outside to inside anyway, so not a problem. And we do have a little gas runoff here for the soakaway. So there is a soakaway in place, but it looks like for now it just comes from this area here, as there is no internal bathroom. So let's go in. This is the additional space, which is, I would say, roughly 4 meters by 4 meters. Now, as you can probably see in here, there is quite a leak in this space, which I didn't see last time I was here. But it's good that we're getting the snow melt, so we can actually see where the problems are. And this is right in the middle of the room, so I'm imagining this is the ridge on the outside. This will be some ridge tiles that need replacing. Maybe some timbers will also need some attention. But the nice thing is that we have wonderful views here. I hope you can see all of the hills literally surrounding the entire village. It's really lovely here. As we come out of there, let's hang a left. Now I'm going to go into a very dark space, totally made of stone. So actually the temperature in here is a darn sight warmer than it is outside. We're at 3 degrees today. So very thick walls. They've got to be 60 centimetres here. This whole space, which is along the driveway, all made of stone. And we have what I'm assuming was a pantry over here, which has got one small window here, and I think there is, oh, you cannot see anything. I think there is another window to the left of me. But yeah, unfortunately it's too dark to see anything in this space. I do apologise. But yeah, this is a nice little room. And actually, I'll explain it when we go up to the house. Could allow you an area for an indoor staircase. So again, got concrete floors here already. All stone throughout. If it was mine, I'd certainly unearth all of that stone, and the timbers that are above us here will be stunning, because I imagine they would be very, very similar to what's above us here. Tons of character, absolutely huge. Alright, so out of that space, we'll hang a left, a couple of steps going up, and there's a few stairs here. This goes up to an area that has some grapevines. There's a few other fruit trees here. Even got palm trees, which always blows my mind whenever you see them next to a bit of snow, that these are actually thriving here. It's amazing. So we've got a nice stone wall all the way around the property, and there's an area just behind over there, a couple of trees that might need a little bit of attention in the future. But this is a lovely, lovely space here. But yeah, like I said, it's not the biggest space, but because of the way that it is already segregated, you've got maybe a growing area, you've got your seating area, you've got your extra building over here, you've got the double-storey barn, and everywhere has just got views of these hills. It's phenomenal. First time I came here was a lovely sunny day, and you can see a whole lot more than you can currently, but it is just so quiet here. There's nothing. It's absolutely brilliant. If that's what you're into and you want a bit of peace and quiet, somewhere like this would be fantastic, being only a few kilometres from Garnya, where there's a train station, supermarkets, hardware stores. I mean, Garnya has everything. It's like a mini VT, but we're also about 20 minutes to Gabrovo and about 25-30 minutes to VT. Yet when you're here, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Best of both worlds. Okay, so let's go inside the house, where again, it is warmer than it is outside. Let's give it a go. So we go up some stairs. Currently this is the only entrance to get into the upstairs of the property, but below us in this hallway is where that pantry area is. So this could be where I would put an internal staircase if that's something that you wish to do. But yeah, plenty of space here. We got 3-phase, we got wooden cladding everywhere, and we have a large room with a room going off of it. We have a small room here, which I imagine would make a wonderful bathroom. Wooden floors. Everything's covered at the moment, but we've got really nice original wooden floors in here. And this is views over to the road where we came in. Hopefully you can see the hills. It's lovely out there. Back into the hallway. And we go through to the first room. Nice size room. Sharing a chimney here for a bit of warmth. Now this faces out to the garden, where the fruit trees and the vines are, where I just was. Nice size room. And as I said, I will try and get a floor plan of this space, so that everyone can make heads and tails of it. These are lovely original wide boards, which all seem to be in lovely condition here. This heads through to another room, similar size. As you can see, plenty of space for a double bed. Lovely clad ceilings. Above this will be beams, if that's what you wanted to show. Again, this one goes out onto the road as we came into the property. original doors. Now I know they're painted, and it's probably lead paint, but if you did a bit of work on these, they would be stunning. Same with the floors, and everything I can see seems to be original to the property. It's when people were here, it was very well maintained. It's really, really obvious to me. So that is currently what are being used as 2 bedrooms and a hallway and another small bedroom. And my idea would probably be to build a hallway here, so you have a smaller bedroom and another bedroom here, but at least then they have their own access. I would put a staircase in this section if you wanted to utilise downstairs and have everything connected. This would then be a really good sized bathroom, and then you've got your main space over here, which I don't think the camera does it justice, but it's a really, really big room with a twin aspect here. So this is the hills to the right of the property, and the road where we came in is just down here. This side looks over the garden, over your veggie patch and the terraced area below, and there are views of the hills. And again, original floors in here. I hope I can show you. Yeah, I can. Under the rugs. These are lovely. And above us we're clad, and it's got to be 2.5, maybe even nearing 3 meters in height here. It's a really, really big room. Let me put that back, otherwise I'll trip over and no one wants to see that. And the really special thing about this room, for me at least, is you've got a couple of stairs here, and this actually goes out to another room which is above the area that you would drive in, and it's open to the world, open to the views, open to the garden. It's a really wonderful space that's somewhat indoor outdoor, but you've got windows on all sides here. But I think with a little bit of work, if you had windows that could slide across here, this would be such an amazing seating area to sit, have your coffee in the morning, glass of wine at night. It's it's lovely. It's a very, very special space, that. Now, this place won't be for everyone. It's definitely going to be a place for people that want peace and quiet. Certainly a renovation, yet with not a huge amount of work. I think a bathroom could be put internally if you weren't worried about, for now, using the outdoor stairs as your connection between perhaps your kitchen and then your living areas upstairs. It wouldn't take a great deal, and you've got these wonderful spaces outside. The roof on the main house is great. I mean, yes, you will probably have to patch up some tiles, do some bits like that, but there's no leaks that I can see. Even the gutters work. I can't believe there's still gutters here. I can't believe that there's a lot of things in this house that haven't been pinched over the years. This shows you what sort of area we're in here, where the furniture, windows, you know, all of that stuff is still here. This place hasn't been inhabited for maybe 20 years. And aside from the garden being a little bit overgrown, which has been cleared out, it's a wonderful place. This could be a great little homestead, little retreat. This could be a holiday home up in the hills. Yet you're only 3 minutes away from a huge town which has everything. It's the best of both worlds, really. But if you're wanting somewhere with a shop, with a bit of hustle and bustle, with lots of other people living there, this won't be the place for you. I think that's pretty clear. Or at least I hope that's clear from this video. But it really is quite special here. You've got an amazing foundation across the entire building here. And the upstairs, the condition is great. As I say, when it was inhabited, it was obviously maintained really well, with the main building especially.